Every day, a crack team of Britain's finest minds get to grips with the fundamentals of scientific knowledge and understanding. So welcome, step inside. But be warned, only the hardiest of souls and strongest of stomachs can survive the worst excesses that are Brainiac! Science abuse!
Brainiac! 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 Brainiac!
Welcome to Brainiac, the show that does for science what a long stick does for blocked drains.
The big science tonight. Which is the best wheel of all? Who eats faster, Brainiac or pig? And can rockets make music? But first...
Stop! The following recipe is dangerous. Do not try this at home. Or anywhere else, for that matter.
Today's recipe is cream of tomato soup. You will need tomatoes, onions. Peel them if you like, but let's face it, there's not much point. Cream and mixed herbs for that touch of class. Just one tip. Don't, whatever you do, allow a metallic-coated serving dish awash with petrol to enter the microwave cavity. As ever, 10 minutes on full power is usually enough to finish off most of our recipes, but cooking times can always vary. The microwave energy soon begins to interfere with aluminium motifs embossed onto the china, causing hazardous sparking in the vicinity of the volatile liquid. Perhaps Sir would like toasted croutons with that. We do these recipes so you don't have to. Do not try this at home.
Things that make you go,
Which part of the body is the most ticklish?
Down at the lab, this Brainiac has volunteered to help us find out which part of the body is the most tickliest. There are 5 parts of the body that are most susceptible to tickling: toes, armpits, sides of the torso, neck, and midriff. We'll monitor our Brainiac's reaction to rigorous tickling and give each area a mark out of 10 for ticklishness. First, the neck. As Anne Boleyn would tell you, it's ticklish because it's so vulnerable to attack. As a defense mechanism, the slightest touch on it will generate a reaction. Although our Brainiac isn't exactly laughing his head off, giving the neck a tickle-proof 2 out of 10. Some scientists have suggested that armpits are ticklish because the sensation helps the fetus position itself in the womb. But how will this Brainiac's fetus-sized brain respond? We're using both types of tickling: sensitive feather tickling, called nismesis, and vigorous finger tickling, called gargalesis, helping the pits score a satisfying 7. Let's try the sides of the torso. If a joke can be side-splitting, surely tickling can be as well. Feather-based nismesis is working well. Let's try a bit of manual gargalesis. He's laughing like a drain! An impressive 9 for the sides of the torso. Next, toes. Thought to be ticklish as a way of warning our primitive ancestors that potentially poisonous insects were running over their feet. But with this Brainiac, the smell would put off most bugs before they even got close. That's 8 out of 10 for the toes. Finally, the midriff. Home of the navel, and another extremely vulnerable part of the body to attack from claws, swords, or a policeman's taser. No wonder it's ticklish, but is it the most ticklish? No, which gives us a result.
The most ticklish part of the body is the size of the torso.
So there you have it. For a rib-tickling good time, go for the sides of the torso.
Hamsters may have invented the wheel, but it's us humans with our limitless ingenuity that's put it to so many amazing uses. But of all the wheels in the world, which is the wheeliest? Our Brainiacs have been to the four corners of the known world to bring us this collection of objects, all with one thing in common. They're all wheels. The tractor wheel, the Catherine wheel, the wheel of Brie, the wheel of fortune, the wagon wheel, and the wagon wheel biscuit. And many, 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 many more. Not only are they all wheels, but they're all going to be rigorously tested to find out the burning answer to the question, which wheel is the best wheel of all?
A wheel's primary function is to roll, so we've found a very steep slope to see which wheels roll the furthest. If a wheel gets to 20 metres from the slope, that's poor. 40 metres, OK. 60 metres, not bad. 80 metres, good. And 100 metres, wheelie good.
The first wheel, yes, that's an aircraft wheel. Here we go. There he goes, down the middle. It's veering off to the right there.
Wheels have the edge over dragging things along the floor because they eliminate sliding friction, leaving only rolling friction, which wastes hundreds of times less energy.
Off you go.
Rolling friction is determined by the material of the wheel and the type of surface, and is eventually what slows a freewheeling wheel to a stop. The main problem with these wheels, though, is keeping them in a straight line. That being said, some wheels are performing well in our test.
Good bit of inertia going on there. It's kind of keeping its course.
The wheelbarrow wheels got to just under 60 metres.
Off you go.
The lorry wheel rolls to an impressive 80 metres.
Away we go.
And the tractor wheel ploughs a furrow to the end of the track and beyond.
And finally, the giant Catherine wheel, a wheel made entirely of rockets. Hopefully, we'll at least get to pour. Let's find out. Oh, there it goes. There it goes, Ed. That's a better trajectory. Look at that. I can't quite see because of the smoke, but...
A spectacular failure.
So we're down to three finalists, the tractor wheel, the lorry wheel and the wheelbarrow wheel. We're going to be sending them down this hill and up this power jump here to find out which is the wheeliest wheel, which is the best wheel in the land. Brainiacs, release the first wheel!
The wheelbarrow wheel, small, light and perfectly balanced.
Here it goes, there it goes, look at that! That's the wheelbarrow wheel, and that's landed at the 80 metres mark, and that is good. Release the lorry wheel!
The lorry wheel, rotund, grubby and pockmarked. A bit like a lorry driver.
Up the ramp, yes! And off the side.
Not a bad jump, but the lorry wheel's lost its composure on landing, registering a poor distance.
Brainiac, release that wheel!
The tractor wheel, big treads, big weight.
Thank goodness I had my safety glasses on.
Tractor wheel size was a bonus when it came to inertia, but a letdown when it came to accuracy.
So there we are, a clear winner, the wheelbarrow wheel. The other two were let down by the size, their weight, and to be honest, their ambition. But look at that, light, compact, a beautiful little wheel. All vehicles should be fitted with a wheelbarrow wheel at the front and two handles off the back. The wheelbarrow wheel is clearly the best wheel in the land.
Hidden away in a secret outbuilding is the Brainiac slow-motion research facility. Inside, a small team of Brainiacs are devoted to the remarkable line of research we call things, but very slowly. So what's this week's thing, but very slowly? A car window being smashed. Normally, this isn't particularly interesting to watch, but let's see that again, very slowly. With time slowed down to a sedate crawl, the shattered glass of the window seems to flow down from the door frame. The hundreds of tiny, shiny glass fragments look like water droplets cascading onto the car seat. It almost makes having your car broken into seem okay. All this in under a second. Smashing a car window, one more thing, but very slowly.
Things what my body does.
My name's Claire Avey, and the thing what my body does is this.
The tongue's primary uses are in swallowing, taste and speech, but for some weird people like this, it also has an entertaining secondary use, such as inserting and retrieving a raisin from the nostril. Will it fizzle or will it flash? The cracking chemistry conundrum posed by Dr. John P. Kilcoyne, Principal Lecturer at the University of Sunderland. So what does Dr. Kilcoyne have in his shed today?
Electricity, wire wool. Will it fizzle or will it flash?
Dr. John P. Kilcoyne of the University of Sunderland posed the question, wire wool and electricity, will it fizzle or will it flash? The answer, fizzle. When an electric current is passed through wire wool, so much heat is produced that the steel glows white hot, reacting with oxygen in the air to produce iron oxide and a very nice fizzle. Nice one, Doc.
What a great fizzle.
Everyone knows that NASA is the #1 organisation when it comes to using rockets for science. But there's some stuff that NASA never tried.
Science and music, two of man's greatest achievements combined. But can rockets produce music? Hat! To achieve this, we're going to attach this wind instrument to this sled, which has been fitted with 5 rockets, here, 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 and here, each producing an incredible 40 kilograms of thrust over a 4-second period, which will fly down this track, which is 120 feet long. Halfway down the track, our Brainiac here has a sophisticated microphone which will record the sound and send the signal to our very own Ludwig van Brainiac, who will record the results. There we are, the world's first rocket-powered wind instrument. NASA has never tried this. Okay, all non-essential people, clear the launch area. Blast off in T-minus 1 minute. T! Okay, the world's first rocket-powered wind instrument. Final checks. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, Achtung, 4!
Reaching 120 miles an hour, the trombone sacrifices itself for science in a blur of polished brass.
Maestro Brainiac, did you record a note? That's a negative, and that's probably because the trombone needs a raspberry to be blown down it in order to produce a note. We need something else. A church organ pipe. This doesn't need a raspberry, it just needs the passage of wind to travel through it. Countdown in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
Ooh! The thrusting organ had enough speed to emit some sort of noise in what, I think, was the key of D minor.
So, when Starlight Express opens on some distant moon, you can't say that the Brainiac rocket scientists didn't have something to do with it. Take that to NASA.
The pig loves rolling around in mud and considered one of planet Earth's most intelligent mammals. The Brainiac, pig ignorant. But today we find out who can eat the fastest, Brainiac or Beast. Pig has a thick body and short legs. Brainiac, the same. Pig has a snout for a nose, small eyes, and bad personal hygiene. Brainiac, the same. Pig's mood can be determined by its tail. If it's tightly coiled, pig is happy. If it's hanging limp, pig is unhappy. Brainiac simply lives life in a state of bewildered contentment. Today, the winner will be the first to eat 2 pounds of food. Pig will be eating 2 pounds of pig feed. Brainiac will be eating 2 pounds of Pig's brother John. There's no place for sentimentality at this level. Brainiac's ready. Bring on Pig and let the feasting begin. Pig has a reputation for eating like a pig and is powering through his meal. Brainiac, seeing he's up against it, has decided to add some lubricating tomato sauce. Could that delay have held him back, though? Pig maintaining a steady guzzle, but it seems that extra injection of flavour is spurring on Brainiac. Unfazed by the size of his opponent, he's devouring the sausage meat with relish, literally. Brainiac checking Pig's progress and he looks confident. Just needs to swallow his last mouthful. He's done it! It might be the year of the pig, but it's definitely not Pig's day. Next time, it's Brainiac versus cow. Dr. Bunhead on the pull, where every other Tuesday, science's biggest loser hits the town hoping his special mix of near-fatal charm and half-baked experiments will finally get him a girlfriend.
Oh, hi, hello. No one sat there, is there? Tuck myself in here. Hey, tell you what, if I could show you some really cool science stuff, would you go for a dance with me? I'll show you the science stuff first, then you can decide. I need to generate some electrostatic charge. Can I just borrow your hair a minute? There you go.
Excuse me?
There you go. Now watch. Snake charming.
Have you seen that before?
Right, okay, you won't have seen this before. I'm going to make a DIY fire extinguisher. Got a little candle and some indigestion tablets. Now, people see these things and use them all the time, and they know that they make bubbles of gas. So the gas is bubbles of carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is heavier than air and starves flames of oxygen. Now watch this. Carbon dioxide heavier than air and... Look at that! Cool, isn't it? I'll show you again, because I can see you're stunned. That's a look of ink. Oh, I've made the lighter wet. Have a dance with me anyway.
Like our friend.
Your friend might like my experiments. What's your friend called? Oh.
I can do science, me.
Every year, the I Can Do Science Me open auditions attract literally several would-be scientists. Not every idea is a winner, but our Charlotte is so dedicated that she will listen to each and every question the population wish to put to her.
Name? Katie.
Number?
421.
41.
Dear Brainiac, my brother is always annoying me with his remote control car. You want to be glad of the attention, Katie. He reckons his cars are really powerful. So I want to know, how many remote control cars would it take to pull me across the floor? Be my guest, Katie.
This is the science you want done. We just give you the tools to do it. In this case, a broom handle, my nephew's skateboard, and 2 toy cars driven by idiots. To get a successful pull, there needs to be the right combination of power and traction. Today, we've opted for electric cars, which may not have as much power as their petrol counterparts, but do deliver more torque. Well, that's what the man in the shop said anyway. The car's wheels are spinning furiously, but getting nowhere. We're going to need some expert help, so we grabbed these two kids and their favourite Christmas presents. We now have a staggering combined power of 36 volts. Will this be enough? No, still no movement. Maybe if Katie got some exercise rather than being pulled everywhere, we'd be okay. Time to bring on the big boy. Oh good, he's brought his car with him. This is a hobby class car capable of speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. Still nothing. Here comes his brother Barry, and yes, girls, they're both single. So now it's 6 cars, 6 geeks, and 1 burning question. And they're off! And so's Katie. In a melee of model motor madness, the lads have pulled, which makes a change.
Her name is Katie. She wanted to know how many remote-controlled cars it would take to pull her along the ground. The answer? 6.
I can do science, me.
Come in. Stand over there for me, please. Now, Mr. Tickle, what can we do for you today?
Nurse, I'm bored. Can you show me something interesting I can do with my body?
Certainly. Try this. Please take a look at this picture of a girl. Do you think she looks happy?
She looks like she's smiling.
Now look at it.
Ooh, good grief. That's horrendous.
In the upside-down picture, you don't notice the eyes and the mouth are the wrong way up because your brain finds it harder to process inverted facial features. It only becomes clear there's something very wrong when the picture is the right way up.
Thanks, nurse. That'll keep me amused for hours.
Not at all. Goodbye, Mr. Tickle.
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show that puts you on the end of the plunger, Brainiac for a Day, with your hosts Dolly Boy and Dolly Girl. Every week without fail, a lucky viewer gets to don the famous yellow t-shirt and hat for an unforgettable day as a Brainiac. This week's Brainiac wannabe is Jane, a leisure centre worker from Skelmersdale. Tell us, Jane, what is it you're going to be blowing up today?
A garden pond.
And what a special garden pond this garden pond is. As a child, Jane's dad told her to stay away from the garden pond, as it was surrounded by goblins, lying in wait to drag her to her watery doom. In fact, it was nonsense, made up to keep the kids away from the koi carp. But Jane is a simple soul and hopes blowing up the pond will rid her garden of a terrifying elfin menace. But before she gets down to business, she needs to transform from leisure centre worker Jane to Brainiac Jane. Now she's got to spin that wheel of explosive fortune to discover which chemical will be blowing up her garden pond. The arrow has spoken. It's Gel Ignite. What an explosive, and what a surprise. Uh-oh, there's no time to get excited because there's the siren, the signal for Jane and our dollies to get the hell out of the way. Our explosive expert sets the charge. Gel Ignite is not a toy and should only be handled by calm, responsible adults like this one. As always on Brainiac for a Day, our motto is safety first,
Brainiac second!
There's just a moment for Jane to say a private farewell. And up she goes! Magnificent! Good work, Jane. That was quite a bang. Mix gun cotton with nitroglycerin and wood pulp, and you'll get Gel Ignite. Famously used by safecrackers, now put to more benign use to send wicked ceramic goblins and their trademark garden pond hurtling back to fairyland. Well done, Jane. That wasn't good for the elf.
Thank you, Brainiac, for making me Brainiac for a Day.
No problem. We're happy to give viewers a taste of life as a Brainiac. Oh, and Jane, give the jumper a wash and send it back. There's a good girl.
Dear John, I'm in desperate need of help. My village is about to have its annual festival of soup and cake. I need a quick fix to my soup and cake recipes, enclosed, and wondered if monosodium glutamate might be the missing ingredient. I've heard it makes everything taste really good. That's from Steve in East Sussex. I'm not much of a cook, Steve, but I'd be very happy to look into this one for you and maybe, just maybe, save you from looking like the village idiot. Right, let's get started. I'm going to be preparing one batch of Steve's cake and soup using his normal recipe and another with added monosodium glutamate to see if it really makes things taste better. I'm putting in the optimum amount of monosodium glutamate, which is just under 1% of the total ingredients. It's a savoury flavour, so my guess is it'll work better on the soup than on the cake. Whilst they're cooking, it's worth having a closer look at the human tongue, because presumably that's what the judges in Steve's village will be using. For years it was thought that only certain parts of the tongue could detect different tastes. It was sweet at the front, stick it out further, Brainiac, bitter at the back, and sour and salt at the sides. Unfortunately, that information is a load of rubbish, because it came from a mistranslation of a German paper. Also, there's a lesser-known fifth taste, umami. It was discovered in Japan in 1908 by Kikunai Aikida while trying to work out why his slimy seaweed broth tasted so surprisingly good. Umami turned out to be the naturally occurring chemical monosodium glutamate, and now it's used as a flavour enhancer in everything from chow mein to fried chicken. But will it enhance the flavour of Steve's soup and cake? Lovely. I've got my food here. One cake in blue, that contains the monosodium glutamate, and the ordinary cake is in red. It's the same thing with the soup. I think we're all set. Let's get out there and ask people their opinions. Come on, Brainiac. Hello there. Hello. Would you mind helping me? I'm doing a blind taste test. Do you like soup? Yeah. If you can just tell me which one you prefer, then we'll have a result. What do you make of that one?
Slightly nicer, actually.
Right, so we have one vote for blue already. Thank you very much. Keep the cake, why don't you?
Much better.
Much better. So of the two, you definitely prefer the red?
Yeah.
Right.
That's definitely better.
You like the blue better? Definitely. Why?
It's got a strong flavour, it's more salty.
Excuse me, can you come and give me a hand over here? I'm doing a Brainiac experiment. So this is red cake first. What do you make of that?
Yeah, quite nice, tasty.
Now, initial reaction to that one?
I like the red one better.
You like the red one? What's wrong with the blue one?
It's not as sweet.
Hello, lovely lady. Would you like some cake?
That's more plain.
Right, so to recap, you like the blue one better. Thanks very much for your help, mate. Off you go. So, would you be able to pick one that you prefer over the other one?
If I had to, maybe this one.
You prefer the red one?
Yeah.
Excellent, thank you very much for your help. So there you go, Steve from East Sussex. The savoury flavour of monosodium glutamate works wonders for the taste of your soup. But if you want people to have your cake and eat it, steer clear of meaty MSG.
Hello, it's liquid nitrogen again. It's a miracle. Tonight, my beautiful assistant Ursula has had all her knives taken away from her by government. So she asks, can I help with my friend liquid nitrogen? Ursula, bring office stationery sticky gum knife. Hello, my beautiful lady of the woods. Ursula's knife, made from office stationery sticky blue gum. In its natural state, it's all floppy flip-flop. Now I introduce to liquid nitrogen. Miracle upon miracle! Floppy knife has now turned into solid knife. I'm capable of slicing banana for my beautiful Ursula for this is the only fruit she can eat, due to fact that her teeth have been wired together for safety. Liquid nitrogen is miracle!
Professor Mayang Lee, bringing beauty as well as brains to the world of Brainiac. Recently, the prof's been having fun in her garden with her new favourite toys, a stunning pair of steel balls. By abusing the gravitational field of the Earth using a piece of string and a stepladder, Professor Mayang is able to unleash her pendulous orbs on unsuspecting objects. Today, we dim the lights for a lava lamp. So, will Mayang Lee's balls of steel shatter or shunt the lava lamp? It's a shunt! The lava lamp's inertia is as low as its aesthetic charm, and the toughened glass container helped to resist the shatter. Thanks, Prof. You're Lava Lee. Today, our frame contains turf. Green and grassy on the side you see, brown and soily on the side you only see if you've been buried alive. A densely packed layer of minerals bound together by the root system of the planet's most successful vegetation. This Brainiac is about to run full speed towards the turf, but will he break through or will he bounce off? It's a breakthrough! Like a speeded-up horizontal version of a zombie climbing out of his grave, the Brainiac easily pierces the dense but crumbly soil and grass layers to emerge triumphantly on the other side. Turf, something you can run through. Man has constructed bridges, he's built boats and even learned how to swim. But what if your bridges are burnt? What if your boats have been sunk and you don't actually want to get wet? Could science come to the rescue? Can a man actually walk on water? What I need is someone who's willing to get wet. Someone who is stoical in the name of science. There he is, there.
Hi, Vic.
Hello, John.
So, can John Tickle dare to do what deities do and walk on water?
One aquatic question and one John Tickle. John, how are you going to attempt this?
Well, Vic, I'm going to take a tip from Mother Nature, because there's this wee little beastie called a Jesus lizard. It's got huge, great webbed feet on its hind legs and a little spindly body, and it runs very fast across the surface of the water like that. So that's what I'm going to do.
Poolside? Running? Are you mad?
Take my glasses, Brainiac. I'm ready, Vic. Give me a countdown.
You have got tiny little human feet, whereas the Jesus lizard has got great big webbed ones.
Yeah, you are right. So I've gone with these. Flippers.
I remain sceptical. Are you ready?
Absolutely, yes.
3, 2, 1, run!
Here you go.
Floundering like a crab in a workman's levy. Come out, John, and try again.
Now, a Jesus lizard weighs around 6 ounces and can run at speeds of 5 feet per second. But John weighs 14.5 stone, which means to stay afloat, he'd need to run at more than 50 miles an hour. Of course, John's trying to walk on water, which means he needs some high-tech shoes.
What are you going to do now, John?
Well, Vic, I've gone for the double whammy of increased surface area of my feet and extra buoyancy.
With polystyrene blocks?
With these polystyrene blocks.
Scientifically, you've got a few problems. No way of forward momentum. I could go on. Well, I wish you all the best, anyway. And into the water you go.
Excellent.
Well, surprise, surprise, John, yet another failure. Like 2 sugar cubes in a teacup of despair.
The polystyrene blocks provided ample buoyancy, but a lack of sideways resistance between the shoes and the water, combined with John's ungainly form, have thwarted him.
So it's come to this, John. One man's insatiable desire to overcome the laws of physics.
Well, there were significant problems with the polystyrene blocks.
You're telling me?
This is what I've got for you now. I've halved the height of the polystyrene, so my centre of gravity will be lower, and at the same time, I've doubled the surface area. So the other problem I had was the blocks separated. So I tied them together with a bit of string, and this is the genius design feature, a sawtooth bottom, so that'll enable me to go forward, but provide significant resistance when I'm pushing back, which should give me forward thrust.
Well, off you go then. Rise into position. Well, you're floating. Come on. Let's see if you can walk. Steps! Steps! He's doing it! How many steps have you done, John?
About half, Vic.
Well, it's been a long, watery day, and against all odds, he's actually finally done it.
But it's quite difficult to get any forward motion, despite the sawtooth design of the bottom. It's definitely working because they're tied together, so I'm not falling out off them. But I'm definitely making progress, look. I've come quite a long way.
So there we are, a resounding success. I withdraw all my earlier pessimism. It's true, a man can walk on water without qualifying to be a messiah, but it's going to take you a long time to get anywhere.
I'll be right there, Vic. Just give me a moment.
There are some experiments that can't be done in a lab. They can only be done undercover. What's the best outfit for a chap like this to wear in order to pull women? Looking sensible or looking silly? Young, desperate and slightly arrogant, first let's send him out onto the street in his ordinary clothes.
Do you know, I've just moved down from Marbella. Do you know the best places to go out at night here?
Sorry, I'm not from around here.
You're not from around here either? Okay. I don't suppose maybe I could grab your number and give you a call and go for a drink.
I am actually with someone.
Okay, paid for.
It's alright.
Really? I suppose I could maybe take you out for a drink or something.
No, sorry.
Whereabouts do you live?
Psychologically, these women are out to shop, not to meet a man. And an approach from a stranger, no matter how ordinarily dressed he is, seems odd and out of place and gets firmly blown out. Right, let's change his image and see if it improves his luck.
I'm down here till the end of the week. Maybe if you wanted, have a number, we'll go out for a drink when you're down in London. Sort out a night out.
Right then.
Cool. What's your name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. If I grab your number,
Yeah.
and I'll text you.
You're gonna ring me, definitely.
Oh yeah, and I'll text you, and if you want to come out, then
Yeah.
you can.
Okay.
The bunny costume doesn't just make him look cute, it breaks the psychological barrier between him and his targets. The mere sight of the odd-looking costume tells women their encounter with this man will be out of the ordinary. So when he starts rabbiting at them, they're all
Would
ears.
you find it forward
Sorry. Yeah.
if I asked you for your number?
Not at all.
Well, hey, I'm going to wear the rabbit outfit more often.
So, dress like a bunny and soon you'll be at it like rabbits. We're attaching electric cables to a well-loved, well-paid British celebrity. Will he still be able to do his glamorous day job whilst being electrocuted? This week, it's ski superstar Eddie the Eagle Edwards. We've recreated the majestic snowy slopes of Switzerland for Eddie to do some ski instructing on whilst our Brainiac electrocutes him. Okay, Eddie, do your thing.
Hello, I am your ski instructor for the day. Now, first of all, we'll just do a few warm-up exercises. Now we can start walking up the slope. The first position you need to get into is your snowplow. You can start turning. Together. And finally, parallel skiing. Like so. You can get into a tuck. Like so. As you're skiing down really fast, back into your turns. And then you become a really good skier.
So, can Eddie still do his glitzy day job whilst being electrocuted? Yes! Thanks, Eddie. There's no stopping ya. Taking a seat in our electric chair next time is newsreader Kay Burley.
to a crisp.
47-second science. Big science questions in bite-sized chunks. Today, cooking. Everybody likes a bit of salmon for their tea, but what if your oven's broken? Could you use the heat from your car engine to cook that meal? To start, wrap your ingredients in tin foil, add a touch of olive oil, and take your carefully wrapped parcels to the nearest available car. Or van. The hottest places under the bonnet are the metal parts of the engine block and manifold. These hot bits can burn you just like an oven, so don't go trying this in your dad's car. Engines generally run at around 80 to 110 Celsius. In terms of ovens, that's quite a low heat, but engine cooking is essentially a way of steaming food. So after 20 minutes, dinner should be ready. But will it be cooked through? Let's have a look. Yes! A delicious salmon meal for two with only a faint whiff of diesel. 47-second science. Big science questions answered in bite-sized chunks.
Is it an ultra-cautious cyclist? Is it a day-glow ninja? Not quite. He was a feral orphan child raised and trained by the Brainiac Corporation. His mission: to rid the world of toxic caravans. Super Brainiac! Saving the world with science! Somewhere in Berkshire, England, the Broadmoor Orienteering Society is enjoying their first unsupervised run of the year. Time for our psycho nutjobs to head back to their secure wing. But what's this? A Bailey Senator Grand Tourer getting between them and their medication? Something has to be done. Only one option. Get on the cell to Super Brainiac. Office loser by day and also by night. Super Brainiac's always on hand to take that call. Protected by his shower-proof superhero smock, Super Brainiac unbelievably appears in Bracknell Forest just a few seconds later, ready to decide on the perfect science for the job. Today, that science is a value pack of Torpex explosive. If you're a caravan, that's about as welcome as diarrhea in a swimming pool. Cautiously, our hero plants the Torpex explosive. With 15 seconds of fuse, there's no time to waste, Super Brainiac. First used in torpedoes, Torpex is 50% more powerful than humble TNT. The aluminium powder in its composition creates a longer, more destructive explosion, ensuring this grubby little shed on wheels has caused its last country lane tailback. Thanks, Super Brainiac! Now these orienteering nutmates can head back for tea and crumpets, leaving the world a safer, saner place.